Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
X3, 218, chopper.
On second down, it's Bell. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watch the twins. He's checking crack.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Bell, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 7, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Darnold. Hard throw, incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now it's Mack, draw play. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Play action now. Brissett into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
11 yards there, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
53, check 53.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It's caught by Aguilar. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Check. Hey, shoot. Watch the shoot. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
The first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
To throw is Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Brissett. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10.
On play action, Brissett. Ebron's got it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw, Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Not here. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check, check. Fresno. 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 Bang, 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 bang.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Begin to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt.
And now look at him go. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, an 80-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check the out. Check the out. Check the out.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Aguilar has it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again here with Mack. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Brissett on 3rd and 2, and he hits his tight end Ebron. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. So that'll back them up 5.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And the pass complete to Anunua. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
The 34-yard line.
On second down, it's Bell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaking up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On third down, here's Cannon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Taking it about the 16. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing. Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the time, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Jets take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Brissett now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Mack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the 38, Brissett. And that's incomplete.
Brissett's pass, intended for Marlon Mack, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Brissett. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Brissett to throw on 1st. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Focus, defense, focus.
3rd and short yardage. Brissett got an open man. That's Campbell. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Brissett on 1st down. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Jets take over at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Darnold. And now he'll tuck it and run. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wade. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air again, Darnold. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Darnold from the gun. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
You better bring it. Check 52. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
Now Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team. Because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated.
The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.